Yay Media Group.
Hello, beautiful people. Hi, baby.
Hey, baby.
How you doing?
I'm doing phenomenal.
Man, so we have been so busy. Usually September and October is our busy months where we travel every weekend. So we've been gone. Got back in the gym.
Yeah.
It's so funny, y'all. I was telling everyone for on my prayer calls, because you know I have 8 a.m. prayer calls Monday through Friday on all my socials, and I was telling them that I'd only missed a week. And we got back in the gym, and y'all, every single thing on my body hurts. And so I was telling Angelo, I was like, man, I'm hurting all over. And he said, well, you've been out 2 weeks.
Almost 2.5 weeks.
Babe, why do you think we do that? Why do you think that we make it like a week when it's really been 2 weeks? Like we lie to ourselves.
It's like the movie Catch Me If You Can. You start hallucinating, delusional, you know? And you're thinking that you're looking at your arms and you think they're just firm and everything. You're looking at the abs. Oh, these abs, nice. All you gotta do is turn sideways.
Babe, I'm gonna tell you something. I am my
sideways.
worst critic. Like, I see it. Like, I do not feel my best right now.
Yeah.
Because I go off of the gym and how I feel. And so you don't have to tell me that. I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not my best. Because I start hoarding water and stuff.
Yeah. But it's nothing, nothing wrong with that.
Home water, there's a lot wrong with it.
Yeah, but a lot of time when you got proteins and there's creatine, it hold water. You're gonna hold water. Then,
I don't take creatine.
Yeah. Then when you get off of it, and then you basically, once you get off of it, you're only gonna take it for a while anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all listen, we are so glad to be back with you. We had a replay last week, and that was crazy. You know what's so funny?
Are you talking a lot in the replay?
Yes, I've gotten so much better now because all of our viewers tell me to shut up. They're like, would you shut up and let him talk? But it's funny because I was watching the replay, babe. We've changed a lot in a year.
Yeah, my hair was growing more.
Your hair was tiny.
Yeah.
You had tiny hair.
Mm-hmm.
And it was short. Now it's like these big old thick braids and stuff. But I just started thinking about that. And today we're going to title this, Catch Me If You Can.
Get in the gym, you can grow.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like honestly, in a year, I was looking at that replay thinking, I mean, it's not a ton because we were really in our elevating season even then. But I can look at it and see where we've changed. That's why it's fun to kind of go back and look at yourself from the past to see how much you've elevated.
We just, what we need to go back for you, just 3 years or just?
Oh my gosh. Yesterday, something showed up in my news feed. Are y'all like this? Like you think, man, I got it. I'm in a sweet spot. And then all of a sudden I went on Facebook and it was Time Hop and there was a picture of me. I'm talking 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Surely it was more than that. Babe, I did not even look like the same human. It is insane how different I look.
Are you aging or are you, most people, it's like they're aging backwards.
Babe, I don't even show you pictures of me then because you would die. Like I would be afraid that if you saw pictures of me then, which I'm sure you can see them because they're everywhere.
Oh, I saw them.
I know.
I didn't know. I saw it and somebody put one side by side and they were like, which one is Kim? And I was like, okay. And I heard the other one like, okay, let me go get my glasses. It was Mrs. Doubtfire.
I look like Miss Doubtfire? Babe, this one, I look like I had a mohawk. I was big. And it didn't even look like the same human being. It doesn't even look like my face. It looked like I went and literally, what's that movie called where that guy got a whole new face? There's a movie and they brought him back and they put a whole new face on him.
Face Off?
I don't even know. But that's what I look like. Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, Face Off. Yeah.
So y'all listen, we're going to get into this today. We're going to get into how your thinking can literally shift your trajectory.
But you probably was like Beyonce, really though.
What?
Because of this cowboy stuff, everybody never owned cowboy boots and hats and stuff. So the tutus was sitting on the shelf and stuff in the warehouse, and you start wearing the tutu, and it was a tutu effect.
Baby, when I'm telling you, I had tutus everywhere.
Everybody started buying tutus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would show up at my conferences in tutus.
Just don't come to church with them tutus on.
Well, I don't have any tutus anymore. I remember I gave my last 2 tutus away about 6 years ago at one of my conferences. But it was an error, for real.
You was like, you probably sold more tutus than Cyndi Lauper.
When I tell you, baby, it was freedom.
A Madonna.
It was freedom.
Yeah.
So, y'all, we're going to get into that today. We're going to get into Catch Me If You Can. And I love this because us talking about this, elevating. Like, I even look back at pictures of Angelo just 3 years ago, like how much we both elevated because we switched our mind into new thinking. And so we're going to talk about that today. We're going to tell us some stories. It's going to be so good. But what I need you to do right now is I need you to subscribe. I need you to like this channel, subscribe to this channel, share this with somebody. This is going to be a really good, it's going to be a really hope-filled podcast today. And so it's going to make you feel like I'm not in a rut and I refuse to let this rut make me rot. And I'm going to do my part. You ready to get into it, baby?
Yes, I'm ready.
So share, subscribe, and make sure that you leave us some comments. We love it. This man right here goes through and reads y'all's comments. So make sure, I would love for you to even in the comments, tell me, I want you to reflect on your life just the last 5 years. And I want you to drop in the comments something you are so proud about that you've done. How you thought you would never be here, and tell of either a moment that switched your thinking or a story or a relationship that switched your thinking and made you get to a better place. And we'll be right back right after this. This show is brought to you by BetterHelp. October the 10th is a World Mental Health Day. And this year, we're saying thank you, therapist. BetterHelp therapists have helped over 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. That's millions of stories, millions of journeys. And behind everyone is a therapist who showed up, listened, and helped someone take a step forward. Moments in therapy like the right question, a safe space to cry, or a small win can change lives. This World Mental Health Day, BetterHelp is honoring those connections and the therapists who make them possible, while showing how easy it is to get guidance from a licensed therapist online with BetterHelp. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences, and their 12 plus years of experience and industry leading match fulfillment rate mean they typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailor request. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it works with an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. This World Mental Health Day, we are celebrating the therapists who've helped millions of people take a step forward. If you are ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/RTK. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/RTK. Hello, beautiful people. Hello, handsome.
Make me
Baby,
smile.
I love your smile.
Make me smile.
Do I love on you a whole lot?
A lot.
Do I make you feel loved?
You do.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
Are you happy with your life?
I always was happy with my life.
Are you really happy with your life now?
Yeah, I mean, it's happy now when your life complete.
Yeah.
Because some people not happy.
I know it.
Yeah.
But you know what, baby? Some people, and we're talking today about Catch Me If You Can. And the dialogue that's going on in the comments right now is we are asking people to take a look at their life. And a lot of things that you are breaking, you're angry at, are the things that you're letting stop you, or things that you can change. You can let go of it. You can let go of that thought. And so the reason I ask you, are you really happy?
Oh, yeah.
Is because you have always been a happy person. You would have been happy being single for the rest of your life. But sometimes God surprises you. And he surprises you with breath.
Yeah.
You wake up one day and you're laying in bed and you just finally say, you know what, I'm sick of being here. I'm tired of living in this thought. I'm tired of reflecting on these kids, what they did to me, what my ex did to me, and you get up and you walk away from it. And so tell me let's go back in your life just 3 years ago before you met me.
Okay.
And then you look at pictures of you today.
I'm trying to think. It's like, go back 3 years. Like, take me back.
Take me back.
Take me, make fly back to the future. Take me back.
Have you always been the type of person that you can flip your focus to loving where you're at?
Yeah. Take me back.
But do you think most men are like that?
It'd take me about an hour to get ready wherever I'm going. Because I'm going to shower, shave, use the restroom,
Yeah.
have my clothes laid out.
Yeah.
Maybe I have an event after work. So this is what my life, I'm still out here networking, going to different events.
So the night I met you at St. Regis, what were you doing that night? Because you were there with some friends. What were y'all doing there that night? Can you remember?
Probably, maybe that night or whatever, but it was probably one of the events. We probably was doing something. I think it was a premiere. It's a premiere of ATL Homicide.
Oh.
And he had his show, ATL Homicide. It was on the O Network or something like that. So we did a premiere party at Tongue and Groove. And so after that, we would hang out. We probably went to dinner. One of the nicest restaurants now. Before they had their grand opening, they invited us. I think it was Knife.
So you stayed pretty busy.
I always stay pretty busy. When you successful.
Let me ask you a question,
to.
though, because this theme of this podcast is Catch Me If You Can. I remember when I met you, and you were there with some of your doctor friend and some other people, and y'all had been friends for years, which is that speaks volumes for you, that you've stayed friends with people for really long times of your life, for long years. And I remember you got up and went to the bathroom, and I asked your friend, why is he single? Like, why were you, catch me if you can, why didn't you ever let anyone catch you?
Yeah.
Like, why were you?
It's either the conversation or the body language for me.
Yeah?
Like, if your body language is still going to be that conversation.
Yeah?
Because you're ready to fire off with your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would read a woman's disposition.
Yeah, or you're going to be nonchalant. It's even worse.
Really? What's the difference?
Well, that means that if I'm talking, you're doing this.
Women do that?
They looking at you and really not even paying you any attention.
Really?
And I say, well, you know what? Peace and peace.
And one thing about you is you are not going to chase anybody.
Oh, no, I replace you. I would never want to chase. And it don't make sense.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Because you got to think about it. As a successful man here in Atlanta and successful women in Atlanta, women that ain't going to date that much, but a guy will go on a date every week.
Really?
Yeah. So what's his chances? He got the numbers. It could be 35 to 10. So he's going to have a date, tall, short, wherever, no matter how he look. He's buying too.
But you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. You are very picky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, stuff grosses you out.
Yeah, it's like.
That's why I don't show him any of my pictures from my past.
I was going on, somebody tried to hook me up on a date. It could have been my sister or something,
And what happened?
I was like, no, what about the other girl right there in that picture? And she was like, that's Regina King. I said, well, okay, then we'll call Regina King.
So your expectations was up here.
I was always.
And you were like, if I can't get up here, I just won't be with anybody.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, look, I got $1 million body.
Baby, when you look in the mirror, you always think.
That's $1 million body.
So you weren't going to settle for a woman that ain't got $1 million body.
Correct. And, you know, Regina King was looking good.
I don't know who she is.
She's an Oscar nominee. Well, just, you know.
You know what you've taught me too? You taught me that, because, you know, I was married before, and they let me walk around looking like a fairy godmother in a tutu.
Yeah.
You know, there was nothing like sexy about that. There was, you definitely could not find me attractive. Like, I, honest to God, looked like a fairy godmother in a tutu. And when I got with you, you set the standard. Like, I remember we were signing our marriage certificate, and you looked over at me. You said, "You promise you're never gonna let yourself go." And I said, "I'm never gonna let myself go." And you said, "You promise?" I said, "You ain't gonna let yourself go." You said, "Oh, girl, you know I ain't ever let myself go."
I was like, you know, but I hadn't even signed it yet before I asked you that. I had the pen down like this.
You did?
Yeah.
What if I let myself go?
Oh, you would have to be pregnant. That's the only time a guy gonna be like.
But I'm gonna tell you why.
I can work with this.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because
You didn't
Angelo,
meet me. You didn't meet. If you didn't meet a person like that, so why we get like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And Angelo really is a type of person that he really believes the way you feel about yourself is how you produce. And you can't produce if you don't feel good about yourself. And let's all be honest out there. Drop it in the comments. You know that there's been seasons of your life where you walk through tragedy, you walk through empty nesting, you walk through divorce, you walk through a season in your life where you kind of just gave up on yourself.
And I think you give up on
And you don't feel good about yourself then.
I think you give up on each other.
How does that look? Because I think you're right.
Yeah, I think you give up on each other.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you.
And that's why you let yourselves go.
Yeah, you give up on each other. If I didn't let you, if I don't drag you in the gym, then it's my fault. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You let your wife get fat, you let your husband get fat, it's your fault.
How now we're talking to someone that is watching.
So you're supposed to be iron.
How would someone go about it, baby, trying to flip the flow in their marriage where they've gotten to that point where you both have become just roommates and you let yourselves go? How would you tell that person watching today, how would you direct them to tell them to begin to get that going back in their relationship?
I mean, I think that we do know. I mean, you believe in God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pray.
And it's like.
But what steps can they take inside themselves?
Do better or worse. That's what you say.
And you just start maybe going around saying, "Hey, baby, let's go do this tonight." And you know what? They may say no 1,000,000 times.
That's not a.
But one day they're going to say yeah.
That's not a disease.
What?
You eating too much. That's not a disease. No. Being lazy. That's not a disease. Because both of you, able-bodied, go to work, provide for each other. That's not a disease. So why would
It's all in your mind.
Yeah.
If you can get to a place where you realize that, I don't care if you're 70 years old.
So you think you
can change your life.
You think you got me and you gained 200 pounds? You better go back and look at this. We call it happy weight. You better go look at this contract. Happy weight, my butt.
But you know, honestly, you're the one that literally called me to a higher level. Like Angelo, until I was 50 years old, I hadn't been in the gym since 1990. So you literally called me to another level. You like put that expectation on me to preach better.
You ain't been in the gym since Purple Rain?
Since Purple Rain. Can you believe that? Because in my head, I was always afraid I was going to look like a man if I go to the gym and get bulked up. And then we've got this idea that everybody in the gym's wanting you. It's a meat market. And you literally were like, girl, you're getting your butt in the gym.
They do want meat, but they don't want fat back.
They want meat.
They want meat. Yeah, they do. They do want meat. They don't want no fat back.
I remember when I really started getting really thin.
You can use that to fish.
And you were like, girl, no. Yeah. You want a little bit of meat.
Yeah, I want some meat on the bone.
Do I have meat on my bone?
Yeah, you got meat on the bone.
Okay, good.
Yeah, good. You got it. You can't have a hot dog You can't have.
You can have a steak with that hot dog on it.
Yeah, we just got buns. No meat on that bun. We want that hot dog in that bun.
So you would tell that person, because we're talking about Catch Me If You Can, and really, y'all, I want to break this down for you. Catch Me If You Can is, I might have been married to you for 30 years and we might be roommates.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start getting myself in the gym. I'm going to start tuning in to Real Talk Kim every morning at 8 a.m. I'm going to start renewing my mind. I'm going to get in Pastor Kim's more made for more begin again masterclass that starts October 21st. It's going to be Zoom. I'm going to get in some of her classes so that I can begin to change me. And when I begin to change me, I'm not going to be petty anymore. I'm not going to be angry anymore. I'm going to start elevating. And I promise you something. If you start elevating and you start changing your thinking, everyone around you will catch on.
And
they will catch on to you, even your spouse.
And sometimes I think we get with the wrong circle of friends.
Talk about that.
June conference, you saw men coming out supporting their wife.
Yeah.
They came to Atlanta, Georgia, here in Buckhead, and you have to really kind of give shout out to the men that came.
God, it was so great.
I mean,
many men.
We talking about pastors and Bishop England, JJ and his wife ministry from Boston. You don't see that.
No.
So the thing is that, man, when you going somewhere, you want to look presentable as a spouse.
And I'm going to tell you, there was some of the most beautiful husbands and wives in that room.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it's like that wife can't come out looking like $1 million and that husband not join her.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
So I agree. What else you got to say on that? It's about the people you keep in your circle.
I mean, use your mom for an example.
Yeah.
You say that she was looking as a wall.
She was a wallflower.
Wallflower.
For 52 years with my dad.
Now she send you a picture and stuff. She got longer hair.
Y'all listen to me. Y'all know I buy Mimi's hair.
It's like
I pay for Mimi to get extensions. I pay for Mimi to get veneers. I take care of my mama. But when my dad passed away, my mom took her life back.
You ain't had to tell her that you didn't know she was getting longer hair.
No, she just went and said, just letting you know, I'm going to the salon today. Well, I knew. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
So to show you right there.
And she comes out with longer hair at 78.
Yeah, it shows.
And y'all listen to me. My mother never had a friend. I cannot remember, Angelo, my whole life, my mother having a friend. Mm-hmm. It was always us four and no more. Me, Rob, Dad, Mom, and we just did everything together. And I remember when my daddy died, my mother, 5 years ago, my mother leaned over to my father and said, baby, serving you was the best assignment of my life for the last 52 years. Mm-hmm. Angelo, as soon as my father died, my mother, we were weeping, we were singing him into glory, and we were devastated. But my mom and dad instilled in me and Rob and the grand boys, just because we go doesn't mean you stop living. Mm-hmm. Like when we pass into glory, you carry the torch from this point on. So it left us with the feeling of I can't lay around and mourn. Do you know that when my daddy died, my mother, the morgue people came and got my dad, and it was like 10 o'clock at night, and they said, ma'am, would you like us to get anything else out of your room? She said, yes, I would like for you to get out his bed, get out all the diapers, get out all the medication, get out anything that resembles death in this room and memories. Within a week, she had cleaned out his closet, gave his clothes to the grand boys, then gave it to friends, all this kind of stuff, and mourned. I grabbed her. She went on the road with me, and about 3 weeks in, she had sores on her mouth where you could just tell she was grieving. It was coming out through her body. And I remember I said, Mom, write a book. And when you get done with this book, you got 3 months. When you get done with this book, you can't mourn. We got to get up and go. That woman wrote that book. Within 3 months, she'd wrote Sleeping with a Stranger, which was, going from dementia journey with my dad, how he turned into a stranger. And then when I tell you that woman put that house up for sale, moved down here to Atlanta, and for the last 4 years, Angelo, she's got 8 girlfriends that every day they're together.
But it still took time, though.
It took time.
It took time.
And everybody's grief is different.
Yeah, everybody's different. But when you have an assignment,
Yeah.
you need to have that assignment while that person.
But baby,
you got to have an assignment while you're alive.
yes.
I don't just follow you and go to different events. I already got
you do.
life.
You do.
Big.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about when you don't have an assignment, you don't have a life, then you're gonna be
depressed.
Yeah.
You're gonna be. Mimi could be so depressed.
Yeah.
I could be so. I remember I had to preach that next morning.
Yeah.
And I just told Mom, I was like, Mom, I can't preach. It was Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
It was Father's Day. And my dad had just passed away. And I said, I don't think I can do this. And Mimi goes, what? Oh, girl, you're going to mourn and move. She was basically telling me, the grandboys, the whole entire family, she was saying, we're going to mourn and move. And we're going to carry Papa's legacy out. And she taught us that the assignment on our life didn't die just because my dad did. And so there's some of you watching today that you are 70, you're 75, you're 60. Your mother is still grieving the loss of your dad, or your dad is still grieving the loss of your mom. You have to encourage your loved ones and yourselves. The Bible says, encourage yourself in the Lord. And you have to realize that live a life that's catch me if you can. That I'm not laying down. I'm not. And I'm going to tell you something else. Baby, there are people in this world that'll even judge you off the way you grieve. They'll judge you off the way you move on after a divorce. Mm-hmm. People are going to have their opinions. But you got to know who you are and what you're called to do and not listen to them.
Yeah. But, everything. You think about that, but some people, you just talked about it, but most people don't know how to do that.
But they got to. Yeah. How do they do that?
Well,
what's your advice?
You got to think about it. When you if you ever had to replace the whole family, that's almost what your dad was. He was the whole family.
Yeah.
He was the bread, the butter, everything. He set the table, he set the tone. Most men like that, the strongest one in the family die first, and most men die first.
Man,
and the wife, if they didn't show them how to do business, how to balance a checkbook, I'm glad that my dad showed me all that. I was balanced 2 checkbooks, a business and personal. Well, he was paying his mom bills. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was like when
he really did instill. Our dads did good with us.
Yeah. When he died, you're talking about 11 kids that even need anything. He still got it. So it's kind of hard if somebody say, "Hey, I'm gonna make sure that I want to teach you something." So learn something when someone alive.
Yeah.
I don't care if it ain't your father or your mother. Learn something from somebody.
Yeah. Find somebody that you look up to.
Because they don't have a university to teach this.
But Angelo,
they don't have a Morehouse to teach this.
No, but it's digging down deep in yourself and realizing that you have everything you need on the inside of you. Because you have it.
I know some Morehouse people still homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't think that you better learn something while I'm still alive.
Yeah. Find you someone that you really look up to.
Yeah.
Find you someone that is really wise. You just stop being a know-it-all and adopt that personality of catch me if you can. Yeah. Like, I've been laying down long enough, but I'm about to surprise everybody.
What's so catchy about this? Catch me if you can. Your parents left you a house that was paid for, and you can't even manage and know how to pay the taxes and take care of the house and stuff, and you lose a house that's been in the family for 50 years. Did anybody know about this? Because it's been going on for a long time.
Man, that's so true.
It's been going on for a long time. So it's like, get your trust. Get you a lawyer and talk about it. Because it's a way that they transfer that house over where you don't have to pay the taxes.
Yeah. Who would they go to for that?
Talk to a trustee.
Yeah.
A lawyer, period.
Man, y'all listen, catch me if you can. We'll be right back right after this. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. So we've been discussing on this podcast, y'all know me and Angelo are just a lot of everywhere, but we've been talking about Catch Me If You Can. And that is a phrase, y'all, we're in the last 3 months of this year. And if you can adopt a phrase like Catch Me If You Can in a good way, like I'm about to flip the narrative of my life.
When you was gonna be you was trying to be a good catch 5 years ago, or would you have been a good catch 5 years ago?
So 5 years ago, when I think back 5 years ago, I was definitely in a transition from caterpillar to butterfly.
So what's the caterpillar look like?
The caterpillar was
I know what the
not yet going into the gym.
I know what the
I was
butterfly
starting
look like.
to talk myself into it. You know, I was starting to. I mean, I was already preaching and everything.
So tell us about it. Tell us how you talk yourself into it, because it's a physical health and mental health.
Yeah.
Which one stopped you?
So I remember 5 years ago, I was probably a year into my divorce being final.
Okay.
And I was living by myself for the first time in my whole entire life. I'd always been with my parents or married.
You and Rob was twins?
No.
Okay, so you were born by yourself.
I was born by myself.
Okay.
But I was a year into living by myself in my house. I was starting to lose weight.
So you telling them excuses, so you gonna tell them how to get up.
That's what I did.
Part.
I literally changed my thinking.
Yeah.
I literally did. I was like, there's no more faking it and not making it. Like you can preach and bleed, or you can heal and lead. Oh, you can preach and bleed, or you can heal and lead. And that's what I chose to do. I chose to literally fall in love with Kim and her quiet spaces. And I still led. I was still leading a church. I just started pastoring.
The mental part was slowing you down.
Yeah.
It's never the physical. Because we see people that's coming in a gym and they got a walker. They got a cane. You know, we see the guy that coming in, say he had a stroke and he was a retired fireman from Connecticut.
Yeah.
And we see people come in with a wheelchair. It ain't mental. And they not even letting the physical stop them.
Why do you think we do that? Why do you think we wait until we get cancer? Or we wait until we lose our marriage? Or we wait until we get high blood pressure, sugar diabetes to start taking care of ourselves?
I don't know why you wait to go to jail and get and have a Bible.
Right?
You want to preach the gospel behind jail when you could have been out here. You was out here free.
Well, I think it's too, because sometimes God will let you hit rock bottom to find the rock at the bottom, which is Jesus.
Yeah, but it's like if you got a chance, then you change your life now. Don't wait till you get a limp or a stroke.
No, you got to make up in your mind today.
Yeah.
And I pray that's what this podcast did for you.
I think that we're around negative people.
Yeah, you got to change it.
Yeah, you're hearing negative talks and things like that, and it's like, you know, and you listen to somebody that ain't never did anything.
Yeah.
Because somebody that's doing something, they're gonna tell you, right, I did all that.
I always say I've never seen a hater or someone talking ugly about me living a life I would ever want to live.
Yeah.
Like, stop allowing people that aren't validated to validate you. And
so you had that 5 years of still kind of trying to get there. You had to,
and babe, I was successful. I mean, I had done Preachers of Atlanta.
But what success looked like, and you feel like you were still.
I'm saying I look back today and I was still moving.
There's a lot of broke, successful people.
And I was
You see that? Broke, successful people.
Probably not 5 years ago, but 6 years ago.
If you take somebody's success in here.
Yeah.
And got nothing,
yeah,
they can have this real quick.
But babe, I always tell people, you don't wait until you get it together. You start leading when you're even in the dark place, because that holds you accountable to get up out of that dark place.
But we do have a lot of broken people. You got broken men.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Daddy's issues.
Yeah.
Mama's issues.
Yeah.
Sister's this. Didn't get the house, didn't get the business.
Yeah.
Show me what you really worth on your own.
Yeah. I think we need to talk about the next podcast, how you can have two people in a family, a brother and a sister, or even twins, and the brother go off the deep end, the sister do great things. Like how that happens and what you can do to change your thinking, to change your history, how you can literally pick up the pieces of your life, no matter how old you are, and change it. and how you can live in a positive mindset. Y'all, we love you so much. Thank you. I love all the comments that you're posting. We're reading them. Remember, I asked you in the beginning, what is something in your life that you haven't thought about, that you literally have watched shift? A season in your life that you thought was going to take you out, but you shifted instead and greatness came out of it. I want y'all talking in those comments so that we can read it. Make sure that you're subscribing to this channel. Make sure that you are following us, Real Talk Kim, on all social platforms, and get in my Begin Again masterclass that starts October 21st at 7 p.m. on Zoom. You can go sign up right now on my realtalkkim.com website, realtalkkim.com. Everything about me is there. You can even download my free app to your phone. Go to your Google Play Store, your Apple Store, and look for Real Talk Kim Go, and everything about us is there. Our church, it'll tell you about our church, all of our activities going on at the church. We got a lot of stuff going on at the church. And it'll also let you register for my RTK Inner Circle, my Begin Again Reset Masterclass. It starts October 21st at 7 p.m. Tuesday night. It'll be every Tuesday for 5 weeks, 6 weeks. And you can go back and watch the replay as much as you want. And you can also get my one-on-one coaching there. So go to realtalkkim.com or go download my free app, Real Talk Kim Go. Subscribe, like, and share. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
Yay Media Group.